What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. So I just want to start off by saying that me and my grandmother were very close when I was a child. Me and my brother, we went over there a lot and we spent time with them and we played games and we did a lot of outside stuff when it was nice out. And so I just want to say that my childhood was good for the most part. Once I turned 9 years old, things went downhill. But anyways, my grandmother was there for me when I was a child, and she did her best to make me happy, and she spoiled us grandkids. I was her favorite oldest granddaughter, so there's that. I just want to say that my grandmother she was my absolute best friend, and nobody can replace her. She's irreplaceable. She was the greatest grandmother that I could ask for. No offense to my dad's mom, but my other grandmother, but she's cool too. But the grandmother that I grew up just having a bond with was my mom's mom. This past Wednesday, the 8th, was her 10-year death anniversary. It still to this day gets to me. Like every other day I'm fine with, but that specific day every year, I can't control myself. Like, I cry. I cry every single year. And not that I don't cry every other day for her, but it's just specifically that day because she passed away that day. And there's just a lot of memories. That day, the day that I got the phone call, like that morning that she had passed, was one of the worst phone calls that I could ever get. I'm glad that I got the chance to say goodbye one last time. My grandmother was a very artsy and craftsman. Like, she was a craft lady. She was really into crafts, basically. She made her own clothes for me, like for all the grandkids. Well, especially for me, she made handmade all of my baby dresses, and she had like her own room with her own sewing machine. She had so many stamps and like color papers and like just anything that you could imagine for an arts and crafts person for one room. She had it. And that was her happy place. When I was a child, I would go into a room and I would, she'd be working away, making crafts and making postcards and all that. And it was very cool to like see her have such passion for something. And, besides having passion for that, she also collected nativity scenes. She absolutely loved nativity scenes. I think she collected over like 100 of them, 100 sets of nativity sets. Like, she was obsessed with them, which, it's cool. Like, just every year on December 8th, I always get really emotional, and I always try to prepare myself for that day, especially when it comes time to like this year and like this time of year. Like, I just know that, like, I just try to prepare myself, and it never fails. I can't. Each day leading up to that day, from I'm gonna say October I start preparing myself. Like, I had that much of a bond with her. Like 2 months prior to that date, I just try to prepare myself. I think about it every day, but then once it gets to that day, I just wake up and I'm just like, I love my grandmother. Rest in peace, grandmother. I love you. December 7th, 2012, I had received a postcard from her, and she had handmade me a postcard, and she sent it to me. I decided to call her. She had a cell phone, and I hadn't talked to her for a little bit, so I was just like, I'm just gonna call up my grandma, see how she's doing. So I called her up and I talked to her for a little bit. Probably only talked to her for about 10-15 minutes or so. She wasn't feeling good. She had a little bit of a cough, and so we were just talking about stuff, and I thanked her for the postcard. I was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. At the very end of the phone call, I said, all right, Grandma, I hope you feel better. I love you. Goodbye. Not knowing that those were going to be the last words that I was going to say to her. I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it. And then I went to bed that night. I got woken up. I was in a foster home at the time, so my foster mom came up. My foster mom, she had the phone in her hand, and she was like, you know, waking me up like, Danielle, hey, Danielle, you have a phone call. Someone's on the phone for you. So I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm still laying down, like I haven't set up or anything yet. So I grabbed the phone and I put it up to my ear, and I'm literally gonna play this off for you guys. My mom was on the phone and I was just like, hello. I'm just waking up. I'm just like, hello. I could hear, I wasn't sure what I was hearing at first, but then I was like, wait, that's someone crying. And it was my mom. I was just like, Mom? And she was like, it was very hard for her to get her words out. Like she was crying. She was like hyperventilating, trying to get her breath together to tell me that my grandmother passed away. I'm trying to wake myself up. She was just like, Danielle, there's something I need to tell you. Like she was like trying to like get her words out, but she was crying at the same time, trying to talk. And so like I was like slowly sitting up. So now by this point, you know, I'm like trying to sit up, and I'm like trying to wake up, and I'm like, Mom, are you okay? When she said Grandma passed away last night, mind you, I just woke up like 2 minutes ago. At this point I was like fully set up in my bed, and she was like in a very shaky crying voice, Grandma passed away last night. Instant tears. Like I didn't even make a face or anything. I was like, I just stared at my bed or whatever I was staring at, holding the phone, and just tears just started running down my face. And I like couldn't believe what she said, and it was just, I just remember the way that my mom's voice was shaking when she was trying to tell me, she was trying to get it out, and she was trying to tell me something. I could tell something was wrong. You know, I didn't know what was wrong, but I could tell something was wrong. She will always be remembered. 2 years after she passed away, me and my mom had gotten a tattoo. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll bring it up closer to you guys, but I have a tattoo right here, and it's on my left side, so it's like close to my heart. But it's a butterfly, and it says Jima. So all of us grandkids, we called her Grandma too, but our nickname for her was Jima. So my mom has the same tattoo in the same place, but hers says Mom in the middle because it was her mom. So my grandmother, my Jima. I actually want to get it touched up, and I want to get more tattoos from her favorite animals. The butterfly was her absolute favorite animal. Like besides swans and dragonflies, butterfly was at the top. She was my best friend, and we had very deep conversations and about love. And like I even asked her, I was like 9-10 years old, asking her what it would feel like, how do I know when I meet the one. You know, I don't know why I was asking that question, but you know, my 9-10-year-old brain was just like, so Grandma, like what is it like when you meet your soulmate? She was just like, if you don't get butterflies, like if you feel safe and you feel at home with this person, you've met your person, and you met your soulmate. I was just like, wow. So ever since then, I that voice is always in the back of my head, and I have not found my soulmate yet, or maybe I have and I just don't know who. After all the things that I've gone through, it's very hard to know if I meet a new person and we click instantly, and in the back of my head I have my grandma's voice saying, and I just think like, is this my person? Like, have I met them? I mean, I've stayed single for a year now, and yeah, it's I honestly want to talk to my grandma. Like, I wish she was here to help guide me, just to tell me, like, Grandma, do you think that I'm on the right path? It's really, really hard. And you know, if she was still here, I know she would tell me, you know, I know she's always proud of me. She's always gonna tell me that she's proud of me. And you know, another memory that I have of her is she did this before I could remember anything. And she did this all the way up until she passed away. I just remember as a little kid, we would go to the bathroom. It would just be me and my grandmother. And she would get out her little comb. She would comb out my hair, and she would, you know, put like this, my hair gets tangled if I don't like, I have very thick hair. So my hair gets tangled really easily. And, you know, I had long hair as a kid. So my grandma, she would be really gentle not like my mom. She was gentle. My grandmother was more gentle than my mom ever was. My mom was just, you know, brush it, like, just burped there. But she would just brush my hair. But my grandma, she would take detangling spray and it smelled so good. Oh my gosh, this detangling spray that she would use smelled so good. I actually look forward to it because it smelled so good. She would take it, she would spray it all over my hair, and you know, she would go underneath and, you know, spray all over my hair, so my hair was all like covered in detangling spray. And then she would start at the bottom and she would work her way up. And if there was a knot in my hair or something, she would, you know, press my hair against my back and, you know, just smoothly brush it out. Sometimes it did hurt because the knots, you know, they get a little big. I have a lot of other good memories with her too. I miss her. I miss her so much. I wish she was still here, but you know, things happen for a reason, I guess, you know. Thank you guys for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I post. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.